Hello, hello. This is Choma Imakuto Kafo, the Nigerian conservation storyteller, a conservation biologist, and ornithologist, and I love to tell stories. When it comes to the creation of the world or the emergence of life in the world, there are two schools of thoughts. There is the evolutionary thoughts, and then there is the creation story from the Bible. So this video is basically on a question I asked myself: who owns the earth? After reading Psalm 24 verses 1 to 2, which says that the earth is the Lord's and everything in it, and the world and all who live in it is definitely the Lord's. For he founded it on the sea and established it on the waters. The verse 2 of the Psalm 24 verse back to the creation story where it says that, let's go to Genesis, where it says in Genesis, sorry, hold on. In Genesis 1 to where it says, now the earth was formless and empty and dark. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. So, a Bible student or a believer would say that the earth belongs to the Lord, right? And so I kept thinking about the question, who owns the earth? And I had to think about, okay, how would evolution answer this question? And so I asked ChatGPT, thank God for technology. And ChatGPT actually told me that the earth doesn't actually is not owned by any species, right? And one of the responses that the concept of ownership is basically a human construct and not a natural principle, and that the earth, in essence, is a shared home. Okay, so this video is not basically on who the answers from evolution or from the Bible concerning the question, who owns the earth? Okay, but I would be talking more from the Bible. I'm a Bible believer in Christian, yes, and so I'll be talking more from the Bible. So while I was studying the Bible and really pondering on the question, because the Bible tells me clearly from Psalm 24 verses 1 to 2 that the earth belongs to the Lord and everything in it, because he also founded it. So everything that is in this world belongs to God. So I try to look for verses that kind of shows this reference as well. And I saw in Psalm 89 verses 11, it says, the heavens are yours and yours are the earth. You founded the world and all that is in it. So the psalmist again in Psalm 89 is saying that the earth belongs to the Lord. And another verse also kind of made that reference to that the earth belongs to the Lord, okay? And it is in Isaiah 40:26. In Isaiah 40, chapter 40, it's basically Isaiah's message to the Israelites, kind of comforting them. And so he was saying, and look to the heavens, who created all of these things? He who brings out the starry host one by one and calls them by name. Because of his great power and mighty strength, not one of them is missing. Okay, so clearly the Bible is telling us that the earth belongs to the Lord. And so, if the earth belongs to the Lord, why is it that humans are behaving like the earth belongs to them, right? So, while I was still pondering about the question, and I wanted to tie it to a conservation message, because as a conservationist, it is my point of duty to raise awareness about why we should care for the natural environment. And I always like to also tie it to my faith, because I believe that we have been given the responsibility to take care of the earth. So if the earth belongs to the Lord, right, then what is the role we play as humans? What are the roles we play as humans on the earth? Okay. And while I was pondering on this, I tend to kind of categorize people in this way, in terms of ownership and human behavior. Okay, there are people who own, for example, let's say you own a car. Okay, I know how I take care of my car and I make sure that nothing spoils in the car. Okay, there are people who don't own the car, right? There's someone who will own a car and still misuse the car. Okay, and then there are other people who do not own the car and do not own the car and then use it anyhow, regardless of the consequences of the costs of the consequence of their action to the person who owns the car. Okay, and unfortunately, when it comes to the earth and the earth resources, most of us humans, from our behavior, we are behaving like the third people, the third category of people. The people, you don't own the earth, you have been given the earth resources, and yet we are misusing it regardless of the consequences. Okay, that is how most of us are behaving. And how do I know that we have been given the responsibility? If we circle back to the creation story in Genesis 2:15, where it says that after the Lord created the Garden of Eden, he took man and he placed him in the Garden of Eden and told him to take care, to walk and take care of the earth. Okay, so we have been called to be caretakers, but then our behaviors doesn't show that we are actually caring for the earth. We know that the earth belongs to the Lord. For many of us who believe in the Bible, we know that the earth belongs to the Lord. So why are we behaving like the earth belongs to us? And even when we know that the earth doesn't belong to us, why are we still behaving in a way that is showing that we don't care when we should care? Okay, so my charge to you is that you do not create the world, you do not own the world. You are inhabitants of the earth like the other organisms. And we have even been given a higher responsibility to take care of it. Now we should take care of it. We really do need to take care of it. Really, really. Because if if we do not, we are actually endangering ourselves. We are actually endangering without knowing it. So please and please and please, this is a video to make you know that you do not own the earth. So stop behaving as if you own it and start behaving as someone who has been given the earth to take care of. Until I come your way, remain blessed and remember that you have been given the responsibility to take care of the earth. Cheers.